Hey everybody, happy Monday. Tuning in live, here for story time. Hope everyone's weekend was great. We are doing our virtual classes and trying to get everybody signed in and logged in for that to keep everyone active. I super hope that you are taking advantage of that. If you're a current customer or a current family with Gym Fit, you have makeups from March, you can totally jump on those live classes and take advantage of those. Put your kiddos in those age-appropriate classes to keep them happy and moving, and see their coaches, and give them some normalcy during these crazy times. I hope everyone's doing well, and we are going to get started with this book. So we are reading Bambi tonight. Here it is. Friends of the Forest. Wake up, everyone, chirped the bluebird one fine autumn morning. The prince is here. Bambi's friends watched as the handsome fawn walked gracefully down the path. The opossums called out their upside-down greetings, and the squirrel and chipmunk chattered hello, too. Today, Bambi is going to the lake for the very first time, Thumper the bunny explained to the old fowl. Then he added proudly, and I will introduce him to the animals who live there. The owl looked down at Bambi and said, "Remember what your mother told you, young fellow. Be very alert in the forest and run away quickly if you ever meet with danger." Bambi listened carefully, for surely his mother and the wise old owl knew what was best for him. Not far away, Thumper's sisters had discovered a small hollow log. "Would you like to play too, Bambi?" they asked as they raced in one end and out the other. "Oh, I'd like to, but I'm too big for that game," Bambi replied politely. "Besides, I am very busy." Then Bambi and Thumper came to the burrow where their friend Flower lived. They asked the little skunk if he wanted to join them, but Flower said no. "There's a very mean fox in the woods," he warned, peeking out from behind the two big daisies. Now, Thumper knew that he should be afraid too, but he had so many things to do today that he just didn't have time to worry about a fox. So off he hopped, and Bambi followed close behind as Thumper led the way deeper and deeper into the big forest. "Bambi is becoming very brave," said Mother Quail as the fawn pranced by, and her family agreed. Bambi had never before been so far from home, and never ever before had he been away from his mother. Back up, please. Thank you. When they finally arrived at the lake, Bambi turned to Thumper. "It is as beautiful as you said it would be," he said, and then, sounding a bit disappointed, he said, "But where are all the animals?" Out of the tall grass came a big green frog. They're here, all right," he told them, "but they're hiding. That wicked fox was here this morning." And then with a hop and a plop, he disappeared into the water. The animals were there, and soon they came out one by one to meet the handsome prince. Mother Duck was the first to appear. She called to her ducklings, telling them to come out too. Bambi was delighted. He had never before seen birds who could swim, nor, for that matter, had he seen birds who could do such special tricks. Bambi stepped back, surprised, as the next animal, a prickly-looking fellow, came waddling out from behind a big rock. Thumper chuckled. "Don't worry, Bambi," he said. "This is a porcupine. See? He wants to be your friend." Next, Bambi met Bernice. He admired her fine, fluffy coat. And then, very curious, he said, "Why does she wear a mask?" Thumper chuckled again. "That's not a mask, Bambi." Careful. "That's the way a raccoon is supposed to look." Although the beavers were busy working, they too came over to meet Bambi. "I've seen your father," the youngest beaver told Bambi. "He comes here often to take a drink." Bambi was just taking a cool, refreshing drink himself when suddenly he heard a chipmunk's loud, nervous chatter. "Chee, chicka, 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 chee! Run and hide! The fox is near!" With a hurry and a scurry, the animals quickly rushed away, but little Thumper, who was so far from his safe, snug home, didn't dare to move. "Maybe the fox won't notice me," he thought. "Back up, please, Jackson." Bambi was frightened too, but he knew that his friend was in worse danger than he was. He saw the large fox slowly and silently creeping towards the tiny, helpless bunny. Bambi thought quickly, "Surely I can outrun that fox." So without a bit of hesitation, Bambi leaped between the fox and Thumper, and just as Bambi had planned, the fox did start to chase him. Through the forest they ran, over logs and bushes and rocks and twigs, with the fox never far behind. Bambi's hooves pounded the ground. Jackson. Bambi's hooves pounded the ground, and his heart beat fast as the fox got closer and closer. Can you see now, baby? Okay. And then, at the very moment when Bambi felt he could run no more, a large, powerful stag stepped out from behind a tree. He lowered his majestic antlers and charged. The fox, who was frightened indeed, stopped in his tracks, turned hastily, and dashed off into the woods. Breathless, Bambi looked up at the stag. He knew that this must be his father, the mighty king of the forest, whom his mother had told him so much about. The king spoke to his little son. "You didn't know it, Bambi, but you are much too young to outrun such a fox," he said in a deep, kindly voice. "But I am very proud of you. The bluebird has told me how you helped your friend." That same bluebird also told everyone else what had happened, and by the time the animals arrived at the hill, they saw a very happy Bambi, safe and sound, standing proudly beside his father. 1 second. Thumper, who was the happiest of them all, hopped over to Bambi and looked gratefully up at his friend. "Thank you for saving my life, Bambi," he said. "You're not only my best friend, but you're my bravest friend, too." The end, guys. I hope you tune in tomorrow for story time. Have a great one. Bye.